Hello, dear friends. There are more things in heaven and earth than all your philosophy can dream of. William Shakespeare. Opinion piece. Heaven on earth. Alternative reality. Creating parallel routes. A world that works for everyone. History will begin to make sense. Let's start. Heaven on earth is an expression used to describe a place or a state of exceptional happiness and beauty found in the earthly world. It is also used to describe an experience of place on earth that is considered extremely beautiful, peaceful, or perfect. It refers to a state of intense bliss and happiness that resembles the traditional idea of heavenly paradise or heaven. Heaven on earth can describe a place or situation of great happiness, peace, and fulfillment. It is an expression used to describe a state of well-being and personal satisfaction, where one experiences a sense of harmony and joy in one's life. It can also be used to describe emotional experiences or situations where people feel extremely happy, such as being surrounded by loved ones, achieving an important goal, experiencing a moment of deep inner peace, or experiencing great love. Heaven on earth can refer to different places or situations that are considered exceptional or idyllic. For example, it can refer to a physical place such as a tropical beach with crystal clear waters and the white sand, a majestic mountain landscape, a lush and tranquil garden, or any other natural place that is incredibly beautiful. Tips. How to create heaven on earth? 7 answers. First, cultivate a positive attitude. Keep an optimistic mindset and look for the positive side of situations. Second, find beauty in your surroundings. Observe and appreciate the beauty around you, whether it is nature, architecture, art, or any other aspect of your environment. Third, find your passion. Identify those activities, hobbies, or projects that you are passionate about and devote time and effort to cultivating them. The personal fulfillment and satisfaction that comes from doing what you love can create a lasting sense of happiness. Fourth, cultivate gratitude. Appreciate and be grateful for what you have in your life. Acknowledge the blessing and the positive things around you. This will help you find joy in the little things and develop a positive mindset. Fifth, recognize and appreciate the good things in life. Focus on the blessings and positive moments, no matter how small. Maintaining a grateful perspective can help you change your attitude and find beauty and joy in everyday experiences. 6. Cultivate positive relationships to create a harmonious environment. Encourage clear and honest communication with the important people in your life. Listen actively. Express your thoughts and feelings in a respectful way, and provide space for others to share their ideas as well. 7. Empathy. Pay full attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting or judging. Listen not only to the words but also to the emotions and non-verbal messages being conveyed. Tips. How to create heaven on earth? This is a repetition, excuse me. Alternative routes. You will create a world that works for all, so that you are not dependent on those who wish to engage in chaos, and you are moving forward in creating alternative routes, says Steve Biko, based on a message from Archangel Michael. On that alternative pathway will be your star family, the series of light, the completion of ascension, and so forth. And as it gains momentum, it overrides the prettiness of that other situation. There are many who have the highest intention to create a world that works for all, and this could happen in the blink of an eye. Werner Erhard said that creating the context of a world that works for all is not just another step forward in humankind's history. It is the context from which our history will begin to make sense. Erhard became famous in the 70s for his seminars and personal transformation programs that sought to help people achieve a greater sense of responsibility, freedom, and potential in their lives. The EST program gained popularity and expanded internationally, attracting thousands of participants. Erhard's approach was based on the idea that individuals have the capacity to take full responsibility for their lives and create meaningful change through awareness and direct action. His seminars focused on exploring themes such as authenticity, effective communication, overcoming personal barriers, and achieving goals. Transcendental. This dimensional world is not the absolute. Beyond the dimensional world is the transcendental. In it, one experiences the divine quality of exaltation. Love, bliss, and ecstasy one feels are enough. Nothing more is desired. All are in peace and harmony, sharing their bliss, oblivious to such things as lack and want. It is only here that there is crime. It is only here that the saint and the criminal rub shoulders, and we experience misery, poverty, and disease. Where we are going, none of this would be imaginable or possible. All unpleasant memories will be forgotten by the inner tsunami of love that will be our dimensional experience and atmosphere, just as oxygen is here. The love we will feel, will guarantee it. We are only trying to accelerate the process to stop the tremendous evils of oppression, genocide, and omnicide that are occurring on the planet at this time, and we will get there by overcoming the pettiness and revulsion of what they promise to bring us. The use of depleted uranium in weapons, releasing quantities into the atmosphere, is omnicidal. The civilizations surrounding the Earth in large numbers of ships have removed most of the depleted uranium from the atmosphere and saved the Earth. If the galactics had not neutralized the depleted uranium, this planet would have died. Reset News. Wolverine believes all is about to be rebuilt this summer. According to Wolverine, the whales are flying to Reno right now. Everyone has been told to keep their mouths shut or they will lose their funding. Mark Sira says the Bond people still haven't been paid. What a newsflash. Charlie Ward thinks the level 4 notification would come after the EBS. According to Goldilocks, JP Morgan is placing several new banks in Iraq to help them implement the new banking system. Iraq has raised its capital in gold to help support its banks. JP Morgan doesn't place banks in places where it doesn't expect to make a profit. In the game of chess, this is called checkmate. Lena Petrona believes that France will be the first European country to join the BRICS group. According to Grant Ouellette, the passage of Planet X is given as an explanation for fire events and some forest fires. From the ashes of the fires, the new Earth is born. According to Judy Binton, as the banks fall, a black swan event is about to be announced in the form of a market crash that would usher in the RV. The Great Awakening is coming to a head, which is a very complex multi-stage process involving declassifications, covert operations, overt intervention, cults, and cleansing of corrupt strata. Prepare for a seismic shift that will reshape the global financial landscape and alter the course of history forever. David Wilcock says prayer warriors are needed to plead with heaven. On Monday, 19th June 2023, the Bank of England migrates to the ISO 20022 International Payment System. The Dutch government will buy 10,000 clothes farms to align with the European Union's agenda. Italy closes a chapter in its history with Berlusconi's funeral. Trump's impeachment benefits his election campaign. Tons of dead fish wash up on the Texas coast. June is a Sacred Heart of Jesus month, not Gay Pride. Economy. The Fed expects 2 more rate hikes this year. The Federal Reserve will pause and keep the option to raise rates in July. Businesses struggle to cut costs and pay down debt as interest rates rise. The World Bank halves its growth forecast for 2024. George Soros bequeaths his $25 billion empire to his son Alex. Janet Yellen admits that economic sanctions are forcing other countries to seek alternatives to the dollar. Beijing responds to Yellen. The IMF doesn't belong to the US, in quotes. Canada freezes relations with Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, an alternative to Davos. Russian car industry plans to revive Soviet car brands. Americas. Peru's Congress approves a law that will allow municipal police to use non-lethal weapons. Mystery continues in Argentina over alleged Nazi submarine found off its coast. Argentina's year-on-year inflation reaches 114.2%, the highest since 1991. Russia will help Cuba to overcome the sanctions affecting the island. Bolsonaro's accounts are blocked for refusing to pay a fine during the health crisis. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.